Welcome back to the workshop for another full update on the Gremlin build. We've been working on this throughout the week, of course, documenting all that work via YouTube Shorts. But here we'll go ahead and just do a full update for you guys. Maybe if you missed some of the shorts or you're just new to the channel, we're going to do a full update of what we've done this week. Starting with working and finishing the work on the door. We started by skinning out the door. So basically we added some body to the door here with a big front sheet, the door jamb side of it, and then the underside also. Now we also needed to get this door to close and stay closed. So inside on this back door jamb, there's a magnet. And if I swing around this way, we also built a back door jamb, you can see right there. And if I look from the inside, you can see there's a magnet on the back side of that door jamb also, and that's what's keeping our door closed. So that's how we started the week, was basically just building out with some styrene the body of the door. Now this is just the structure of the door. We're going to go back later on down the road. We'll start building out an interior, so door panels and that kind of thing. But this is the actual structure of the door, and then also just the structure of the door jambs, which this will also get all detailed out later down the road. But we got the door closing. You can see it's not quite closing as clean as I'd like it to. There's still a little bit of a bump out right here. It's not quite as smooth as the other side, the passenger side door. But that's real easy. But when we built this door jamb back here, you can see it. There's a ledge. Let me see if I can get a good look at it. There's this ledge here, and that's what's actually stopping the door. Part of what's helping stop the door, along with the bottom seal. So what I need to do is go in and actually trim this up a little bit until we get the perfect closing we want, and we don't have this little bit of lip anymore. But I'll take care of that this weekend, and we'll get that all cleaned up, and that'll have the door, as far as the structure of the door, all finished. Now we also, let me turn this towards the front, we also worked on the front end of the truck later in the week, because what we need to do, we need to put in a grill. We're building a custom grill. Where is it? Here it is. This is the original grill, which is pretty 70s looking, pretty ugly in my books, especially with these the exposed lights and whatnot. So what I wanted to do was actually cut this out. This used to be solid plastic here, of course. We cut this out, we sanded it down, we filed it down, we took our time, got a nice cutout right here. Guys, I just want to say, especially with bodies like this body is a vintage toy grade body. This is not replaceable. So my advice is, take your time when you do these kind of things. Work slowly to the line that you make where you want your cutout to be. File and sand it down to get that finished. Don't try to just cut straight at it. Work your way to it. Anyways, that's just my advice. So that's exactly what we did. That literally was a day's worth of work, just cutting this out and getting it sanded and filed down. Because what we want to be able to do is put a radiator back here. I want to have a radiator that you can see through, and then move these marker lights back behind the grill. So this is just kind of a mock-up of a grill that I think we're going to be using. In fact, let me flip it over the right way. So the custom grill is going to look something like this. I think I've decided I'm going to job this out to have it printed. It is just way too much work for me to try to print this on my PLA printer and then smooth it out. It would be so much easier. I'm going to do one of two things. One, I'm just going to job it out, or I'm going to find a way and go ahead and get a resin printer where I could do it myself. But anyways, that's going to come, yet to come. But the real point is, we can see through this grill. Let me pull it back out, and we can see through the grill. So we can move these lights and a radiator back in here, and then we'll be able to see through. Of course, the lights will shine through. So with that said, of course, we've been working on the grill itself, but I also went ahead and printed out a radiator. So I started mocking up and trying to get a radiator put together. And this is the first try at the radiator. So two things with this. One, this is too small. I'm going to need to scale it up. And then two, let me open the hood here so we can take a look in here. And we talked about this in the update on Friday, I believe it was. Our servo is right below this radiator support that we put in. We built this radiator support, but it's right below our servo, which I think that's going to be okay, but it does cause a problem with putting the radiator in. Let me prop this hood up real quick so we can keep it open. We can take a look here. This should work. Yeah, that's going to hold us. Because I want the radiator, of course, let me center up our body. I want the radiator, of course, on the back side of the radiator support. And then you of course have your little arms that come and hold it, just like the real thing. So what I'm going to have to do is not only scale this up because it's just too small, but what I'm going to do is put a notch in the back of it, a square notch the size of the servo, where, in fact, let me just pull the body off and we can take a look at this so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. And I think a good way to do this is if I notch this radiator on the backside and then it'll just slide right over top. So imagine that it slides back here over top notch, and I can just mount it to the servo itself, and then when the body goes back on, that radiator's already there right where we need it. And it hides our servo. So kind of two birds with one stone. It mounts the servo for us, it mounts the radiator for us and hides the servo. So that I'm gonna also take care of this week. Now for next week, what I think we're gonna do, one, you can see this body just slides around, right? So we need to build some actual body mounts. I think it's time to get this body where we can actually mount it up on the chassis. And so you can see I've got a nice place where I've got connection right here on the front of the chassis, and then we had built this lip right back here, this seal right back here, where we can mount to the back of the rail. And I think, just like with everything else, I think what we'll do is we'll mount it with magnets. So I think I should be able to build just a plate that'll attach to the front and the back. Let me get the body off so we can see before I actually break it here. I can just build a plate here with magnets on it that'll then attach to the front here in the bumper. I think that'll be the easiest way. That way the body will be able to come on and off real easy. We'll do that front and back. So I think we're going to take care of that next week. We're going to finish, of course, the radiator and all that stuff next week in the updates. And then I think we're also going to get to work on the backside. So this is the last big hurdle of the body that we got to take care of, is hinging this back hatch. So I've already ground down. I don't know if you remember, there were big mounting tabs all here. I've started grinding those down so that we can get this to mount up there. So this is going to be hinged down like this. It's going to open down ways. And then we have the window portion also that is going to open up. So we're going to have this, a double hinge here, the window up, the back hatch down. So we're going to start working on that next week too. So if you're not watching the shorts, the YouTube shorts that we're doing all week, make sure and check them out, because that's where you can keep up to date every day. Basically, they're about a minute long, at least one a day at 3 o'clock. Sometimes when we start doing stuff like this, I might do two, because 1 minute's not long enough to really kind of show you what's going on. So you might get 2 a day, but if you'd like to keep up during the week, make sure and watch those. And do me a favor and hit that like button when you do. It really helps. I think that's what's really helping in the Shorts algorithm. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have no idea how the Shorts algorithm works, but I think the likes is a big part of it. So hit that like button when you watch. Also, I put a poll on in the post tab or whatever it's called, the community tab. I put a poll out asking, do you watch the shorts? Just yes or no. Go vote. If you do, hit the yes button. If you don't, hit no. Let me know, because that helps me to know the direction to take this channel. I'm kind of enjoying doing it this way, where I can work during the day, do a quick update, a 1 minute update every day, so you guys get content throughout the week, and then do a full update, a little deeper dive on Saturdays. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments, is that how you like the format this? Now also keep in mind, because you can see Frank's made a comeback also. He made a little comeback in the shorts. He made him up a sign, CCG 2084 coming soon, and it is. And I think when we start getting back to work on building that, I might do it the same way. So do it with shorts throughout the week and then a full update on the weekend. Let me know. Let me know if that works for you guys. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to keep up with these. Like I said, leave me those comments, hit that like button, and I'll see you on Monday.